What is up, everybody, and welcome back to another edition of the AK Show with your boy AK the Ref. How is everybody doing on this Wednesday? I hope everybody is having a great week so far. Yes, we're here. We are back. Yes, I know it's been a minute, but we are here. And you know what that means. Happy hump day. You are halfway to the weekend. Thank you for being. I really do appreciate it. We are here, baby. We are here. We're here back on the AK show. I know it's been a while. Uh, I, bro, I've been busy going back to school and whatnot, and just all day professional development, just getting stuff ready because school started yesterday. So yesterday was the first day back with students. It was only a half day, but today is a full day. But we here from now on. We just got. I'm gonna be recording these early in the morning. Uh, I still haven't figured out. I thought about changing the date. I'm not sure. I think I'm gonna start releasing these on Friday instead of Wednesday. I'm gonna see. I'm gonna see. Just I gotta find the time to record these now, since I'm full time and I'm about to start waking up early in the morning to record them. But I'm thinking about changing the release date and waking up like Friday morning and record them and releasing Saturday, or wake up Thursday morning, release it on Friday. But today's episode is still, right now it's on Wednesday. So if something changes, I'll let you know. But we here. Thank you for tuning in. Like I said, I know it's been a while. I just been busy the last 2 weeks with all this PD and just getting everything set up for school this week, starting this week. But we here. Thank you for tuning in. As always, don't forget to hit that subscribe button on YouTube. Don't forget to like it. Don't forget to comment. Don't forget to share it. Much love to everybody that tunes in. But I'm not gonna keep you too long, because I gotta get a lunch ready for work and whatnot, and get to work, because now I got a bit of a drive that I got about a 25-30 minute drive, depending on traffic. So I'm not gonna keep you too long, but I hope everybody had a great weekend this past weekend. I know parents are ready for their kids to start back up school, and I mean, I really haven't done too much over the last couple weeks. You know what I'm saying? But we here watching the Olympics, but I'll get into that in a minute. Oh, man, I already missed the Olympics. I'm not gonna lie, I miss watching it already. But for today's episode, I want to get into SummerSlam, which happened a couple weeks ago. I thought about doing a pre show, just previewing SummerSlam, but I was like, I'll just do one where I just kind of talk about it, give my thoughts about it, and then I want to discuss the Olympics and just some of the great things I saw and some of the things that I never thought I'd be watching and was like I was really into. But let's get it. Let's start it out. SummerSlam. If you don't know, SummerSlam is WWE's one of their biggest pay-per-views of the year. It happens every summer in August. It's like, I'd probably say it could be the second, but Royal Rumble, I feel like, is the second biggest pay. It's the biggest pay per view of the summer. SummerSlam is. So it could be two. It could be three of the big four, because the big four is Royal Rumble, WrestleMania is number one, SummerSlam, and then Survivor Series, which I feel like Survivor Series is probably fourth. WrestleMania is one. I think it just probably depends on who you ask. Which one is number two? Is it Royal Rumble or is it SummerSlam? Uh, I have it as Royal Rumble because that lets you know, like, okay, we on the road to WrestleMania, and usually the Rumble winner gets that main event title shot at WrestleMania. So I feel like Royal Rumble's two, and then SummerSlam's three. But I mean, it could be like they could be tied. I really feel like they could be tied. They both have what it is. I mean, it's the biggest. It's the end of the year, end of the summer type pay per view. Like summer's ending, this last big event. So I mean, it really depends on what you think is more important. Royal Rumble leading to WrestleMania, or SummerSlam, where maybe starting new feuds or start new storylines or whatever. Championships changing hands and things like that, and it moves into like new storyline developments, new feuds. So I mean, it's just a matter of which one you think is number two. I mean, it could be 2A, 2B type thing, but I think Royal Rumble's 2, SummerSlam's 3, Survivor Series is 4. But SummerSlam was a few weeks ago. Not this past Saturday, but the Saturday before. Which I like the pay per views on Saturday instead of Sunday. For Saturday, I can stay up as late as I want watching, not have to worry about getting up to go to work on Monday. So, SummerSlam thoughts. I just want to give my thoughts and reactions to what happened over SummerSlam. And yeah, I watched the entirety of the show, and I will say from top to bottom, before I get into just going over each match, I thought the shit was good. Bro, I thought it was, give me like, if we went like on a 4-star rating, like they would do in movies, I thought SummerSlam was like three, 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 and three, 3.75 out of 4 stars. Maybe 4, 3.75 out of 4 stars. Yeah, I thought it was great. It had everything. It had storytelling. It had you invested. It had you thinking like, what? This is going to happen? It had you. It had some unexpected moments. I was like, damn. I was like, it really had me. So, I mean, we could just go down the match list. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and break down the match and like this is how this match went. Like, I'm gonna give it like ratings. I'm gonna give my thoughts, storytelling wise, and what I thought of it. And like I said, I thought the whole show was great. Like, every match I watched with some intent. It had me invested. But we can go down the list. We can just go right down in order. I mean, you had the show open with Liv Morgan versus Rhea Ripley for the Women's World Championship, and listen, you gotta start the match off hot, right? You know the storyline with Rhea Ripley and Liv Morgan and Dominic Mysterio. When Rhea was hurt, she was gone. They had a thing with Liv Morgan and Dominic Mysterio where she was trying to get with Dominic, and then eventually Rhea comes back and she's like, "What you doing, Dom?" Because that's his mommy to him. That's his woman, and she think that's his man, and she don't like what Liv Morgan's doing. So they build up to this match at SummerSlam, which even before that they had issues where Rhea injured Liv Morgan, and then Liv Morgan got her back, injuring her, and then she took some time away to recover from her injury, and then comes back, and it starts with the SummerSlam match, and the match overall was good, storytelling wise. It was great. I was here for it. To be honest, I didn't know what was going to happen. I thought Rhea was going to win and reclaim her championship, and just throughout the whole match, it was great. Especially the part where I legit thought that Rhea Ripley popped her shoulder out of place. Let's just give her a round of applause for some phenomenal acting and selling, because she legit be thinking that she was hurt during that match. Legit. I was like, yeah, you had me. Maybe she was. I don't know. I still don't know, to be honest. But if she wasn't, she deserves flowers and roses and an Oscar worthy performance, because I legit thought she was hurt. And then she popped her shoulder back into place by hitting it on the table. I was like, bro, Rhea Ripley's a beast. Like, she is very, very good in the ring, and just storytelling wise, that was great. I was like, damn, this is what it is. But yeah, she wasn't hurt. She had me fooled. She had me fooled, bro. And I'm a referee in wrestling, and she had me fooled. Phenomenal acting, phenomenal selling. That's what phenomenal. And it was just a great match throughout. And then at one point, Rhea Ripley was gonna use a chair against Liv Morgan, and then Dominic was like, "No, don't do that. Don't do that. You'll get DQ'd and you won't win the championship." So I was like, "Yeah, he's right." And then it kind of backfired because Liv Morgan was able to get a move on her, but it didn't win the match right there. And then later on, Dom tried to throw in the chair and distract the ref, but then Liv Morgan was able to hit her finisher on Rhea Ripley and get the 1-2-3, and it kind of backfired. But I was like, damn, backfired. But like after the shot of the pinfall, the camera cuts to Dom and he's like smiling. I'm like, the fuck he's he smiling about? Yo, your girlfriend just lost. I was like, and then I started thinking in that split second, like, oh yeah, he turned on her. Yeah. And that's what happened. Because like right after the move happened, they like get a camera shot to Dom and he's sitting there like smirking, like, I'm like, why are you smirking, bro? Your girl just lost. But then it comes out like he gets Liv Morgan and they start making out. I was like, oh boy. He said, nah, I'm with Liv now. I'm like, dirty Dom. You dirty dog, you. But that was great. That was a great turn. You know, that can turn Rhea Ripley face now and keeps Dom even more heel. Like, I didn't know you could get more heel than what he is now. That's more heat that he's gonna get. Turns Liv Morgan heel. I mean, she's heel now. Gets her more heat when she's showing up to shows and people are booing her, and it puts all the support around Rhea Ripley. But overall, I thought it was great. They set up everything beautifully. I thought the match was great. I thought the selling was great. The story told was great, and then the turn on the end, the way they did it to make it seem like he didn't do it intentionally, and made it seem like it was an accident when he slid the chair in for Rhea Ripley to use, and it backfired. But then they go and like, no, I did it on purpose. We had it planned that away. Great. I love shit like that. Like, I don't need to sit here and just watch a match. Just go like back and forth, move after move, things like that. I want some storytelling too. I want to be invested. Like, yeah, at times I want matches like back and forth, just doing a whole bunch. But at the same time, like, I want storytelling matches, man. I want you to tell me a story. I want to see some like cool shit. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I thought that was dope. And then we had in that match we had the referee wearing the ear camera to get like a first person type view, which I don't know. They showed a little bit throughout the match. They didn't really show a whole lot of that view, but I'm curious. I'd love to know what the referee thought of wearing it, because they had to wear extra pack on while they had the camera on, which I don't mind. I don't mind the view. I don't mind the view at all. Like, something different. You got to come up with something different. You use different technology and things like that to get that like point of view from the referee, which is kind of cool because you kind of see from a different angle, you know. But interesting. I want to see where it goes. But other than that, great match. Like, I love it. Then we had Braun Breaker, Sami Zayn. I mean, they've been building that match up for weeks. I had a feeling like, oh, this is Braun Breaker's time, because really they're building him up to be a future world champion. You know what I'm saying? But I thought that was a good match. That was like a hard hitting match. You know, Sami Zayn's always gonna bring it, and then you got Braun Breaker, who's just a beast. So I thought that was just a good back and forth match where they just went at it, and then it came on top as Braun Breaker defeating Sami Zayn, which I had a feeling might happen. And before I get into the rest of it, I like how all of the matches was just championship matches, except for the one, which is Drew McIntyre versus CM Punk. But SummerSlam was just straightforward. We're doing these championship matches. We're gonna tell these story, and all these matches have a story. They have you invested with something. And like I said, like Braun Breaker and Sami Zayn have been feuding leading up to this match. You know, he speared the shit out of him that one Raw. I was like, damn, that boy's a beast. When he gets a full head of steam, bro, you better watch out. And like, the match wasn't long at all. It provided what it needed to do. Braun Breaker gets over, becomes the new Intercontinental Championship. So he's going to get his run as Intercontinental Championship. Sami Zayn had a great run, but it's kind of like one of those things like it's Braun Breaker's time. So, I mean, that match did what it needed to do. It showed the dominance of Braun Breaker, but at the same time, going against somebody like Sami Zayn, who knows what he's doing, who could put on a great match, and it did what it needed to do. And I really enjoyed it. Short, sweet, right to the point, hard hitting, boom. Sometimes you need matches like that. Sometimes you don't need the full, like, 15, 20-minute match. Let's go in there and let's hard hitting action. You know what I'm saying? I really like it. I fucking, and the Frankensteiner, bro, looked awesome too. Like, come on now. Braun Breaker's a beast. Let's go. And then next, like I said, I'm just gonna go right through this. Like, I'm not gonna give like a full detailed match breakdown of everything. But you had Logan Paul and LA Knight for the United States Championship. To be honest, I didn't know how this was gonna go, like results wise. Like I thought like Logan Paul would retain, and I didn't know if LA Knight was gonna win, but maybe it was kind of suspected that he would win. But I thought that I thought it was a good match. They had some highlight moments, especially the Logan Paul doing the moonsault to outside of the ring from jumping off the top rope. Like, let's hold on, just give this a minute. Logan Paul is a fucking beast in the ring. He's very athletic and he gets better each time. And I had just read somewhere that just before I got on here to record that he wants to be a workhorse. And if you're a workhorse in WWE, that means you full time, you on the road, you doing house shows and whatnot. So him being in the ring all the time just to get better, he can put on some phenomenal matches. You know what I'm saying? But that yeah, he's very athletic and very amazing in the ring. And each match I see him in, he just gets better. He understands what he needs to do. Like, yeah, he may have some moments here and there where he might not be in the right position, but he's still learning and he's getting better. And you gotta respect that. And he's not just doing it just to do it. Like he's actually like putting in work and wants to get better. It's not one of those like situations where he's just here and I just want to do wrestling. No, he's about that shit. He's about it. So you may not like it, but you gotta respect it. I mean, I like watching him in the ring. I like his work. But you had him against LA Knight, and for the United States Championship. Ringside, you had Logan Paul's crew, and you also had MGK there too. Uh, that match, what that match was intended to be. Two athletic people. LA Knight's athletic as fuck, especially when he goes up there and jumps on the top rope and does that move. I'm like, damn, that I can imagine doing that. And then Logan Paul does what Logan Paul does, but then some things happened throughout the match. They did a lot of cool shit. This was like the match where a lot of cool shit happened. But there's also storytelling in because Logan Paul is gonna knock you out with with his iron fist that he has. But at times I really thought Paul was gonna win. I was like, damn, oh here go Paul, he gonna win. He gonna cheat, he gonna win. And it didn't happen. I was like, oh, LA Knight might get this. But it was the one move off the top where Logan Paul was up there and then LA Knight ran up there, got up there, hit a suplex, and it kind of looked like a brainbuster. I don't know if that was intended, but the shit looks sick. I ain't gonna lie. I was like, that shit looks sick. I was like, damn, that probably had to be the spot of the night, the move of the night. He ran up there and it looked like he hit a brainbuster from the top. It was like a super brainbuster. They call it a superplex. It looked like a super brainbuster, but I thought that shit was sick. But then we got to the finish. Logan Paul got the chain from I think it was MGK. He used it, but he didn't get all of it. It was just like a little poke. It wasn't like a full punch. And then LA Knight fell back into the ring. Logan Paul got him back in the ring, but LA Knight was able to recover real quick and just hit his finisher. 1, 2, 3. LA Knight, U.S. champion. I mean, that's probably been a while coming of him getting a championship run to set him up to get to being a world champion eventually. Because LA Knight is over as fuck with the crowd. Yeah. So yeah, I enjoyed that match. You had a lot of good action, a lot of good spots. Logan Paul doing his thing, LA Knight doing his thing. Like I said, I can't complain. And then you had your other women's championship match, Bayley versus Nia Jax. I mean, you gotta give respect to Bayley. I feel like she's been a workhorse. I ain't gonna lie. I think she's just been out there doing her thing. Like I've enjoyed like all of Bayley from the time she was like the fangirl Bayley, like hugging to like Damage Control when she turned heel, and to this version of Bayley where she's on her own. Like Bayley's out there doing the damn thing. So you got to give her props. But this match was what this match needed to be. Like really with Bayley versus Nia Jax. I mean Nia Jax has just been like on a tear lately if you've been watching, and she's just been running through people. And I didn't know how this match was going to turn out, like results wise. Like I didn't know if Bayley was going to win because she just won this championship at WrestleMania. I was like, did she just won this championship at WrestleMania? So I figure, oh, we'll keep this run going. But the match went good. With the Bayley powerbomb Nia Jax, I was like, damn. I was like, she picked her up and fucking power bombed her ass. I was like, you gotta give. I was like, damn, let's go. I thought the match was hard hitting. I thought it was really good. Like I said, the power bomb during the match was just amazing. It was like one of those moments, like what the fuck, holy shit moments. I was like, damn. And then eventually we get to the finish, and then you hear Tiffany Stratton's music hit because she has the women's Money in the Bank, and you think, oh, she coming in to cash in, but she didn't. She came in to cash in and got knocked off the ring apron by Bayley, which in turn took her attention from Nia Jax, and Nia Jax was able to hit her finisher, and then Nia Jax hit her finisher twice on Bayley. I was like, damn, my chest. I was like, damn. But and then she got the victory, and then it turned out that the whole Tiffany Stratton coming down was just a distraction. She wasn't really going to cash in and make it like a triple threat match or anything like that. Which because Nia Jax and Tiffany Stratton are friends, so they have one each other's back. But I was thinking like after the match was over when they were both celebrating, like, oh, Tiffany Stratton, this is the perfect time to hit Nia Jax and cash in and you win the championship. But that didn't happen. I think they want Nia Jax. She's going to be a dominant force, and then it's going to be one of those things where they'll build her up while they're building somebody else up to come, defeat her, and it's going to make that person. It's going to elevate that person because now they're going to have Nia Jax's championship run she's going to be unstoppable. But then you're going to have somebody that they build up that's going to come in and stop her, and then that's going to elevate her when she becomes champion, whoever that may be. Hell, it might be even one of those things where Tiffany Stratton decides to cash in on her and be like, it's mine now. You know what I'm saying? But we'll have to see where that goes. But I feel like that's the way it's going to go. Nia Jax is just going to run through everybody and be an unstoppable force, which she should be. You shouldn't just be able to easily defeat her. You know what I'm saying? But I'm interested to see how they go with that championship run, and then who is going to be the person that knocks her off and becomes champion. Because whoever does is going to elevate. Because you're the one that was able to stop Nia Jax. And then up next, we're going to get through this quickly. We're almost there, right? You had CM Punk versus Drew McIntyre. We all know this story. With Seth Rollins being the special guest referee. We all know what this was going to be. This was going to be a match of storytelling. This is Punk's first match back. It wasn't going to be a whole lot. I mean, you didn't think it was going to be a whole lot, but I thought there was a whole lot of action in it. Punk looked good. He looked strong. He looked good. He looks fit. Drew McIntyre, and then you had Seth Rollins as the referee, who's like, I ain't gonna have none of this shit. And then Seth Rollins' outfit, the sparkling what do you call it? The sparkling, glittering referee shirt and the silver pants. I was like, are we gonna have to start wearing that as referees? But this match was more storytelling than match wise, and it did it. It did what it needed to do. You know, it told a story of like Drew McIntyre and Seth Rollins not wanting really Punk there, and then Seth Rollins actually telling Punk like, "We don't want your ass here." But hold that thought a minute. I'll be right back. I gotta go take a break, and I'll be right back. I know I'm in the middle of it, but I gotta go take this picture before they go to school.